in here. Don't rip your hands off. Yours is rough, like this side. That's not. You can see it rough. Okay. All that. It's pretty bad. So we're just scraping and cleaning. Get as much of it off as we can.
Get rid of the asphalt.
Yeah. Yummy! What I don't know is what's going to be like today. Probably wear a mask.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You're going to suffocate me.
I'm going to need a mask.
And I'm not even doing the work here.
You never do the work.
Huh?
You never do the work.
I was doing work earlier. Except they probably won't see that for a little while. Inside the tar that's in asphalt, and it rusts steel. That's what that's from.
Burp was free.
Tech tip. So you got to get that asphalt off.
I don't want to.
Otherwise, it's going to rot from the inside out.
Undercoating was applied. Yeah. You can see the factory stuff there. Just gotta scrape it off.
It's the only way to fix it. Or, well, I mean, I guess you could ignore on it, but that's not going to do you any good.
And welcome again to somewhere in this video. I'm not sure exactly where we're placing this in because we've been doing a lot of stuff as far as getting the car ready for undercoating. As you guys saw in one of the last videos, you know, I got a little and snapped the frame out, and at this point I'm sure in the video you've seen that it's painted, or this isn't the painted one. But I just want to show you what I've been doing for about 2 weeks now straight. It's been horrible. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's probably been the worst job I've had to do on this so far, and I haven't recorded much of it. You know why? Because it's boring as crap. That's pretty much why. But I have been scraping and I have been cheek poking the heck out of this car. I have been trying to get out. There's two different undercoatings on it. There was the factory, which some of that stayed, and then there was an asphalt coating that went on afterwards in certain areas, wheel wells, some under, and that stuff has created issues that we've had to fix. It was on all the interior metal, which I'll show you that, and it was on all the inner fenders. I mean, it was like on. It felt like, you know, it was like stalactites coming out of a cave type thing. When you reached your hand up in there, you came back all bloody because it was all just like rough and stuff. So, but I've gotten her all smoothened out. We do got to build the firewall pieces. That'll be in another video that you'll be seeing coming up as we knock out the panels and get the firewall actually painted. But What's happening next is we're actually going to undercoat with modern day undercoating. The inner fenders, the seam all the way up underneath the car, and then we're going to spray it with a rust inhibitor paint, black paint that'll seal over top of that, and the underneath the car will be nice and clean. Because again, the whole goal behind this is to get the car clean so you can actually touch it, and we're getting there. It's coming along. I still got a lot of cleaning to do today and taping to prep, but it's coming along. So I'm gonna bring you for a quick little tour. Take two. Zach gave me this new tapey thing for my microphone, and it pulled out, and everything I said from this point back is all so I'm gonna try to recreate what I said. I don't even remember what I said, but I remember talking about what I've been doing for like 2 weeks, and that I've been scraping and cleaning and cheek poking, and I've been using this tool, and a cheek poker. And I have been going to town up underneath this car. Now, as you can see by the mess, which may be already in the other part, I don't know, but we have, I mean, I have pulled, I'm sure it already said it, like 50 pounds of junk up underneath this car, from dirt and asphalt and undercoating and Elvis, and everything was hidden up underneath this car is what I'm trying to say. But we had to basically get everything out, because the car had 2 different types of undercoatings. It has the factory undercoating, which you can still see some of it here. This stuff is fine. We did get all the loose, chippy, anything we could get off, I got off. But the aftermarket that probably the dealership may have put on for them, I don't know, somebody put it on, but they sprayed asphalt undercoating. It was pretty popular back in the 50s. And they would just spray it on everything else. But the problem with it is if you look up there, you can see that it actually rusts up under the undercoating. So you're kind of kicking yourself in the feet, because it's rusting up underneath the car and you don't even know it. So the panels are going to be rotted out, and the paint's still good on one side and the undercoating's still good on the other. So that is a big thing. And like I said, once we found that in the car, we knew we just had to scrape it out. I say we, like someone actually helped me scrape this thing. No, there was no one else helping me. It was Ricky. I couldn't get the boys to help. They just wouldn't do it. So, but I've been working hard the last 2 weeks, getting it all scraped, all cheek poked. I've got it all the way done, all the way to the rear. Like I said, for the most part, everything is out that's loose, and I've cleaned it and I've wiped it. And my microphone just dropped again. Hold on. Okay, reattached. This tape is junk. I'm just saying, it's no good. That's what I'm trying to say. But Zach has a new one he wants to try after this one. I keep getting distracted, and this is not going to be nearly as good as it was the first 2 times. But I got all the wheel wells cleaned out for the most part. The little bit of stuff that's in there, like I said, it's clean. It's been cheek poked and it's all wiped. It's ready to go. Once I spray the new undercoating and I put the sealer over top of it, it's going to blend everything and it'll look beautiful. So then it's exciting, because at that point, once I finish that, the frame back in, and we get to start putting on the shiny parts and getting this thing into a car. Hopefully the motor comes soon, because that's going to be our holdup, I feel, the engine and transmission. So, but everything else is here. Everything else that I bought in over the last 6-8 months is finally rolling in. So we're going to be in good shape, I think. And this thing will be a roller before long. There'll be a lot of cool videos coming of putting in the rear end, putting in the front end, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. I'm going to walk up front, show you guys the fenders that we've been working on. So as you guys probably saw, I think I released a photo or something of scraping and how nasty it's been. But like I said, the inner fenders are done. They're beautiful. We're just going to paint them gloss black. They are going to look real nice up in there. But I think that's it. I mean, I think everything else was covered in the first part of the video that hopefully is still good. And we will, I might do a little time lapse here in a minute of basically taping and cleaning and stuff. But next is paint, and reassemble. So we're excited to finally be at this point. As you can see, The morning has finally come. I'm sorry. I didn't record taping it up, but it was pretty boring. And Zach said, just don't worry about that part because you guys will be bored to death. So we're gonna cut right to the meat and potatoes. Or what did I say that one time? That was pretty funny. But anyway, look, it's Mason doing stuff. Everything's taped. Everything's ready for undercoating. So now I spray. So what I'm using is this KBS undercoater. We've been using all their products for this project. Been really happy with them so far. So we'll continue to use them. I'm gonna use this really cool gun. I should get into trouble with this, I feel. Maybe. I don't even know. I'm just gonna go with it. It didn't really say pressures or temperatures or degrees or, you know. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna shoot it until it blows everywhere. So, got the gun, got the undercoating, got myself, put my mask on, and I'm gonna let it rip. I'm just gonna let it rip. Just shoot it underneath the thing. And then, we're gonna let it dry for 24 hours. And then I can put the top coat on it. And then when the top coat's done, we get to deal with the firewall stuff and paint that and a few other miscellaneous parts. And then that's right, you know, the frame. Hallelujah. Finally gets to go back underneath the car, which I'm super excited for because I'm ready to get the frame under it and start putting some parts on. I mean, I'm ready to get this thing going. I mean, Mason's been putting his frame together and it's looking phenomenal. And I just really want to put my frame together and make it look phenomenal. So anyways, we will put you on a little speed outside. We'll probably just stick it out there. And Zach will just zoom it in. There might not be a lot to see, but you'll see me for a minute doing something. And then we'll just show you the product when we're done, how it comes out. And just like that, that step is done. Now, didn't take too long. The whole thing's undercoated. It used a whole gallon plus 2 spray cans. So, but it's all undercoated. It looks good. And now I just gotta let it dry for a day and then get up underneath and shoot the whole thing black. And that'll be more messy than this, for sure. But that's all right. We'll get it. On to the next project. Hi, Zach.
Hi.
So you're back.
I am.
I'm back too. TV magic. It's the next day. And we can now officially put the coating over top of the undercoating that we installed TV magically yesterday. So what I'm doing now is I had a quart of this rust seal left over, and really this stuff and the black top is very similar, except for this is UV stable. So anything that's up underneath the car, it don't matter, because it's not going to see UV unless the car is on its roof for an extended period of time, and if that happens, we have way bigger problems. So I'm going to burn up this quart here that I have up underneath the car, and then I'm going to switch into the black top and finish off everything with the black top. And I'm also going to use this for all the tin metal inside the inner fenders and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get all that painted today too. So that's done. But we did get, like I said, everything undercoated yesterday, and it was on kind of like a time lapse, but you can see basically how well it came out. I mean, it does look phenomenal. We did spray up underneath all the rockers and all up in this area that was just dirty as nasty. And I mean, you can see it's still textured, because it did texture it back up, and it kind of blended into the previous texture that was there to an extent that I couldn't get off without, like I said, dipping the car or, you know, whatever else was required. And I really just blew undercoating over everything over there. See it. Sorry, I just got distracted for a minute. So I'm getting ready to get up underneath this car and paint it, and that's going to be a mess. The undercoating was a mess, but this, I feel, is going to be more messy on Ricky and less messy on like the walls, where basically, see, I spotted it everywhere, to be expected. But, you know, taped off everything for the most part. Oh, anyways, we're going to put you on a little tripod in the back. We're going to hope not to cover our camera with paint, and you'll get a little time lapse of spraying, and I'll update you when we're finished. so if you guys have been following along this journey in this video, which I don't know how long it is, but it's been actually going over the course of, I'll tell you, 3 weeks or so, probably. Maybe a little longer than 3 weeks. This is how long this video has been like stretching it. So we have finally finished cleaning the frame, painting the frame, scraping. Oh my God, scraping. I have scraped on this chassis for weeks, 2 weeks. I mean, my hands were raw from scraping, raw. And undercoating and painting the underside of the body. So it is done now. So at this point, I mean, you can see the inner fenders are all done. It's still taped because we do have to paint the firewall. The firewall is gonna go in the mint green because the engine is actually the dark green. So I kind of wanted some contrast in the car. So in the next video, we're actually gonna be doing some fabrication. I'm gonna be making the panel for this left side to deal with all the air conditioning. We're gonna be plugging all the holes up. We're gonna do some seam sealing and some other stuff. We'll be doing all that in the next video. And then we'll be painting the firewall. We'll be putting them panels on. And at that point, we'll be buttoned up and the frame can go back up underneath the car. So we're within like probably a week or so of the frame back up underneath the car, which has been the goal. So it's like been a month for frame off, clean, frame back on. I mean, that ain't bad. I mean, all things considering. I mean, KBS products have been phenomenal through the whole thing as far as what we've used. I've been very pleased with the outcome. It's not super expensive, but it has worked super well. So we'll definitely put the links for all the KBS stuff in this video of what we've been using. But I just wanted to show you that the car is done, the underside's done, and what I'll do is we'll probably raise it up and just do a quick up under, and then I'm going to show you all the tins, and that's going to be it. So let's go out, we'll look at the tins, and then we'll raise the car, and we'll look up underneath the car, and then we'll be on to way more fun. Fabricating, my favorite part. Okay, we are back in the painting wedding tent, where we will paint your lovely bride, or your parts for your cars. So you can see the tent looks a little different. You know why? Because Mason's truck is out of here. That video will be coming soon, but Mason's truck's coming, and you can probably tell what color parts of it is. Just put your peepers out there. But anyways, all the tins are done for when we put the frame in. I didn't do the radiator stuff yet, but that's coming. But the inner fenders, you remember how nasty them are? I mean, look at this. I mean, these things are just shiny. I mean, you can almost shave yourself in these suckers. I mean, I'm just so ecstatic of how these came out. So all the inner fenders are all cleaned up and painted. And then some of these parts are, I do got to do a little touch up here and there where I had a little fade. It was, I'm still learning to paint with the single stage stuff. I hadn't done much of it, so when I come in, sometimes I'm putting too much air or something, and it just, don't worry about it, okay? Just, it's looking good. We're gonna go with it's looking good. But all the tin stuff is done. Zach's actually slid his Camaro in here, so now he's in the wedding tent, and they can start doing all their bodywork stuff. But we're gonna go in real quick and look up underneath the car, and then this video is gonna be a wrap. Welcome to the underside of the car. I don't know how well you can see it. Do I gotta turn on some more light, Zach? Would that be helpful?
Nope, they're good.
Okay. So as you can see, all the undercoating's done, and all of the top coat frame paint is on. It is in gloss black because I wanted it shiny. I wanted it to be able to, I wanted to be able to see up underneath here. You know what's so cool though? Watch this. I mean, look at this. Ready? I just touched all that. Clean! I mean, this is, you've never been able to touch underneath this car since I bought it. Clean! I mean, it's just, but as you can see, the underside of the car, I mean, it came out beautiful. The whole thing is just, I mean, the wheel wells are remarkable. The whole underside of the car is remarkable. So a big shout out to KBS Products. I'm very happy with how this came out. It is textured, some of it more than others, and that's because some of it is the original. Remember, we talked about this earlier. So again, without sandblasting or dipping the car, there's just no way of getting it all off, but we got off everything that was bad. All the asphalt stuff is off. We got rid of all the just the nasty underneath here, and then washed and cleaned. So the whole thing's clean. So we're starting out with a nice clean canvas to come back to. So once the frame goes under, you know, we got brake lines and rear end and all. It's gonna really start popping is what I'm trying to say up underneath here. So, but again, if you've made it to the end of this video, I want to thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing and liking. We're getting close to our 100 goal. I mean, that's exciting for us. So 100 people. I mean, that's just awesome. So it's a slow go, but we're getting there. But we want to thank you all, and have a great week. And we'll see you next week with hopefully fabrication, or not. But anyways, peace out.